Hello grade 8 learners, welcome to this video. Okay, in this video, we're going to talk about one of the methods of factoring, which is by isolating the common monomial factor. Remember, we have different methods of factoring. But in factoring polynomials, you have to consider first this method. Okay, how are we going to factor a certain polynomial by the common monomial factor? Okay, what is this common monomial factor? So, the common monomial factor is simply the GCF, okay, or the greatest common factor of all the terms in your given polynomial. Okay, let us try to consider our example here. 2a plus 6. So, kung mapapansin nyo, itong 2a plus 6 is a binomial. So, when we say binomial, we have two terms, right? So, we have 2a and then we have the positive 6 here. Now, how are we going to factor this by isolating the GCF? By the way, pag sinabi nating factoring, this is the process of breaking down this polynomial into a product of its factors. Okay? So, paano natin gagawin ngayon? Okay, the first thing you will do is, you have to find the GCF, or the common monomial factor of these two terms in our given binomial. So, paano natin ma-identify yung GCF? So, madali lang. All you need to do is to observe your two terms. From the term itself, common factor. So, pag sinabi natin common, that factor should be found in your terms. Ibig sabihin, divisible dapat yung dalawang terms na yan by that common factor. Okay? So, as you will observe, in the first term, meron tayo ditong 2a. Sa second term is just a constant or positive 6. Wala tayong a. So, sa madaling salita, yung a here cannot be considered a common factor. Kasi wala naman tayong a dito. So, what is the only common factor? We have here 2, right? In the first term. And the second term, we have 6. So, napapansin nyo, meron silang GCF, right? 2 at 6. So, what do you think is the GCF of 2 and 6? Correct. The GCF is simply 2, right? Yan yung greatest common factor ng 2 and 6. So, pag nakuha na natin yung GCF nung terms natin, right? So, automatically, the GCF, right? Itong nakuha nating GCF will serve now as one of the factors. So, pwede nyo na siyang isulat. So, 2. So, isang factor na siya, your GCF. Now, how are we going to get the other factor? Okay? So, yung remaining factor natin. So, now, using your given terms here, 2a plus 6, okay? All you need to do is to divide each term, okay, of your given by the obtained GCF. Yung nakuha yung GCF, i-divide nyo to. So, divide natin to 2a by 2. Okay? At itong 6, divide by 2. So, as you will observe here, pwedeng makancel si 2. So, we just cancel it out. So, what will remain here is just a. So, we have here a. And then we have here plus. Divide 6 by 2. You will get 3. Okay? So, 2a plus 6, if we divide it by the GCF 2, we will get this a plus 3. And that is your other factor. So, this is your next factor, a plus 3. So, kung papansin nyo, yung GCF, yung first factor, okay, at yung second factor natin is the quotient if we divide our given terms, each of the given terms, by our GCF. And actually, you can check these factors. Okay? You just reverse the process. So, all you need to do is to multiply this. Okay? By distributive property, if you multiply 2 by A, you will get 2A. Right? Okay? If you multiply 2 by 3, so 2 times positive 3, you will get positive 6. So that is how are we going to factor by isolating the common monomial factor. Okay, ulit tayo. So una, anong gagawin? First, you have to find the GCF of all your given terms. Okay, and the GCF actually can be obtained by just observing the terms. Okay, and then, yung GCF, isang factor na. Sunod, kunin yung remaining factor. Anong gagawin? I-divide yung bawat term in your given by the GCF you have obtained. And yung quotient na makukuha, that will be your second factor. So therefore, the factors of 2A plus 6 are simply 2 times A plus 3. So that is our first example. Okay, let us have another example. Suppose we have here 3m, okay, squared plus m. Okay, analyze natin itong second example. So, kung papansin nyo, it's still a binomial because we have two terms. We have, the first term is 3m squared, and then we have the second term plus m. So, kung papansin nyo, yung second term natin, wala tayong constant. But, as you will observe, we have here m squared and we have here m. So, sa dalawang terms natin, common na kaagad yung m. But, we don't have constants. So, ano ang pinaka-GCF nito ngayon? Okay? Since wala tayong constant dito, in other words, wala tayong GCF na number or constant. The only GCF we have is a variable, m. Kasi may m square tayo dito, may m. Pero ano yung GCF? Now, kung sa variables, ang pagkuha natin ng GCF is the one which has the least exponent. Ito ay m square. Ito ay m. So, yung pinakamaliit sa kanila na exponent, yun yung pinaka-GCF. So, tandaan niyo. So, m square, m. So, pinakamaliit na exponent is m. That is the GCF. So, yun ang technique ha. Pag yung variables nyo ay common, ang pagkuha ng GCF, kunin nyo yung variable ninyo na may pinakamaliit na exponent. And that is the GCF. So, we already have the GCF. So, sabi natin kanina, yung GCF will serve as one of the factors. So, sulat nyo na dito. So, m. Okay. Now, to get the remaining factor or the other factor, just like what we did here, we will divide each term. So, this one, so 3m squared plus m. Okay, yung bawat term natin sa given, i-divide natin by the GCF that we obtained. So, divided by m, divided by m. So, what do you think will be the quotient? Okay. So, since wala naman tayong constant dito, so yung 3 we just copy. So, 3. At may m dito, so m squared, all you need to do is use cancellation. So, i-cancel nyo lang yung m dito. At yung square dito, mababawasan ng isa. So, magiging 1 na lang. So, simply m. So, ganun lang ang pagde-divide ng variables. You just use cancellation. Kasi isang m, so tinanggal natin. So, dalawang m ito kasi m square. Tinanggal natin yung isang m na lang. Or m raised to 1. Or simply m. Therefore, pag dinivide natin to by m, we will get 3m. Okay? How about this one? So, plus, since exactly the same ito, if we will cancel it out, parehas sila. Cancel out. So, what will be the quotient? The quotient is 1. Tandaan niyo yan ha, pag exactly the same yung terms, you can cancel out, but the quotient is 1. and this is our second factor. So you write it here now. So we have 3m, okay, plus 1, and enclosed with parentheses. So therefore, this will be our factors. Okay, you can check it by multiplying this by distributive property. So m times 3m, we will get 3m squared. Okay, and then m times positive 1, we will get m. So therefore, the factors of this 3m squared plus m is equal to m times 3m plus 1. Okay? So we're going to have more examples.